What's up guys, Xman Co here, and today we're making a beautiful crusted tomahawk. Stay tuned. This is a beautiful tomahawk. As you guys can see, you've got the ribeye over there, and here we've got the axe of this tomahawk. Now we need to really appreciate this piece of meat and respect it. Let me show you how to do that. We're going to use a different method today because remember, we want to crust this beautiful tomahawk. So before we carry on, let me introduce you guys to all our ingredients, and then we're going to jump straight into this cook. Basically, we've got some breadcrumbs here, then we've got different mustards. All our leftovers into one, it's going to give so much flavor. Then we've got some Himalayan salt, rosemary infused, ground pepper, and obviously some garlic powder. Right at the end here, we've got a bunch of parsley, some chives, rosemary, and then some dried chili. Guys, let's dive into this cook. We're going to start off with just making sure that this piece of meat is nicely patted down. Remember that moisture does not help when we want a nice beautiful crust on the outside. What we do on the one side, we're going to pat it on the other side as well, and then move over to the seasoning. You want to make sure that you're liberal with the salt and pepper. This is a really thick piece of meat, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to add our salt on top, and then also add our ground pepper. Always guys, what we do the one side, we're definitely going to do the other side. Once we're happy with that, it's time to move on to the fire. We're going to use the BGE today, so we want to make sure that we've got a real hot fire. Remember guys, we're searing it on the outside and it needs to be raw on the inside still. We're going to make that amazing crust on the outside. Therefore, we need to make sure that our fire is flaming hot. Onto the fire guys, for at least 2 minutes aside, we want a nice sear. Make sure that your fire is nice and hot, as I mentioned before, and we just want to make sure that it's got nice color, and we want to keep all the juices inside, and therefore we need to sear it. So 2 minutes aside and we're good to go. Just before we take them off, it's time to render the fat a little bit. Remember, we want the fat to be a little bit crispy, and that's going to really uplift this dish. Once we're happy with the searing guys, it's time to move over to the table. Let this bad boy cool down while we start with our second part of this video. For the second part of this video, we need to move over to indirect cook. So we're just going to set up the BGE quickly for an indirect cook. You also want to try and get your temperature quite low. So at this stage, we're looking for 250 degrees Fahrenheit, about 121 degrees Celsius for the local guys. Close your vent. Get the top nice and close to about 1/2 centimeter. Give it 15 minutes and we're ready to go. Now to get our crust sorted. So we're going to use a blender today. You can use a grinder. Let's get that done. Our base for the crust, we're going to use breadcrumbs, about 1/2 tub. In with the chives, some rosemary. Just remove the rosemary from the stem. Some chilies. We're going to use 2 dry chilies. In with some fresh parsley. A pinch of salt. Some pepper. Some garlic powder. And onto the blending process. Right, we've got our crust here, so in a bowl or a pan, whatever works best for you guys. That looks absolutely divine. Spread it out a little bit. There you go. Now guys, it's time to sort out this beautiful tomahawk. Get this crust on and onto the fire. We're just going to make sure that this crust sticks to the tomahawk. So we're going to use a sticking agent, and that's going to be our mustard that we've got here today. So make sure that you cover the whole of the tomahawk. Don't worry about the axe. Just make sure that the meat and the fat is completely covered. Tomahawk into the crust. There you go. And then guys, just make sure you cover it nicely as much as you can. This is really going to make this such a beautiful dish. Pat it in there if you need to. Turn it around, add some more. What a beautiful color. This is going to help with presentation, not even to mention the beautiful taste it's really going to give to our palates. Right guys, that moment, we fired up at 250 degrees Celsius. It's time to add our tomahawk. We're going to place this tomahawk straight in the middle, on top of the convector, close the lid. We reckon it's going to take about half an hour, and we can see you guys in a bit. 20 minutes into the cook guys, let's have a look what it looks like. That's definitely a crust that looks absolutely amazing. So we really like adding bread on the side. So we're just going to take some dough. Do that, doesn't have to be perfect circles. Just make sure it's nice and round, plus minus. It's proven for about half an hour, which is perfect. So we're just going to add it on the side. We've got an internal temp on the tomahawk of about 91 degrees Fahrenheit. So we reckon another 20 minutes, it'll be perfect. A total of 45 minutes, guys. It's time to take this bad boy off the fire. Look at that bad boy, look at that. That's a beautiful crust. Off to the table. We're gonna let this bad boy rest for at least 10 minutes. We're using a little bit of aluminium foil just to cover this bad boy. I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. It's 10 minutes later, guys. It's rested nicely. All those juices are nice and even now. It's time to dig in. Let's cut into this bad boy. Look at that, guys. I wonder if you can see it. That's a nice medium. Let's dig into this bad boy. Just have a look there. Look how that just breaks apart. This is what we're after. Let's taste it. Oh no. Out of this world. Wow. I don't want this feeling to stop. It's amazing. It's juicy, it's medium. It's exactly the way we like our tomahawk. That crust seriously pops out in your mouth. It's amazing. Guys, I'm sure you're gonna love it. We've got some rolls here, we've got some meat. We sorted. Now you need to go and try it out. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Guys, we always appreciate you guys. We'd love to see you next time. Go and smash that button if you like what we did here. We'll see you on the next one. Go, try that.
Yes.
That's what we're after. Boys and girls, we'll see you next time.